Hello everyone. How's everyone today? Welcome to the Dirt Road Farmer. We are back on Shellbrook Creek. And if you watched my previous video, you'd know that we had a problem fertilizing on this field. Well, as you can see right now, we do not have a problem anymore. The problem was, and you know, I hate to use the word assume because it gets me every time. But anyway, I'll have to use it anyway. I am assuming that it was cutting trees. Now, I cannot tell you if it is all trees or one particular tree. I can't tell you that. I did try to contact the map maker and Giants. I haven't heard from either one. So I got to thinking about that, and I thought, well, you know, we're not that far into this map yet. I really don't have anything to lose so far. So what I did was I deleted the map. I uninstalled it and deleted it, reinstalled it, and brought it back up and did a test. And lo and behold, yes, everything is working perfectly now. So I guess it would be safe to say don't cut any trees, or you could have a problem. Well, I don't know what else to say other than the proof is in the pudding. That's what my grandpa used to say. The proof's in the pudding. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm happy to have gotten that straightened out. I guess, you know, we just won't cut any trees. I don't know what the loggers are going to do. A lot of people like to log on this map. They like to log on any map, not just this one, but, you know, a logger is a logger. Just like I'm a farmer. I really don't care much about logging other than the fact that if trees are obstructing my field and the turnaround of my vehicles, then I like to cut them and get them out of the way. Well, I don't guess we can do that anymore. Because I haven't cut any trees and the fertilizer is working perfectly. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get this field fertilized, and I think we would be safe. Now, we could run a test and find out, but I think we would be safe in cultivating this field before we try to plant it, even though we're going to be planting with a direct drill planter. And here's why I say that. If we don't know what was in this field prior to this, and we also know that you've got to change the ground texture before you can add the second layer of fertilizer. Well, this used to not be a problem on FS19, but on FS22, now it gets a little sketchy there. Again, it's hard to explain. It shouldn't be that way. But you take like sorghum. If you, and I also have the chopped straw mod. Well, if you harvest sorghum on a field, you do not get the benefits of the chopped straw, because harvesting sorghum just takes the head off of the top and it leaves the straw standing. So you didn't get the 50% fertilizer, that 50% fertilized benefit. Okay. Well, so you have to go through and you have to put the first layer of fertilizer on. All right, well, by you having to go through and put the first layer of fertilizer on, now you have to change the ground texture before you can put a second layer on. And somehow or another, I don't know if they've realized it or not, a direct drill planter doesn't do that for you. Yes, it will change the ground texture and it will give you a planted state, but it won't give you the other 50% fertilizer. I hope that makes sense. It really doesn't make any sense, but that's the way it is. You know, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I guess is when it comes to what I do, I guess it doesn't have to make a lot of sense to me. I just have to play the game and try to reach our goal. In my particular case, my goal is 100% fertilized, 98% yield bonus, because I do not roll the field after I plant. I just don't do it. It's only a 2% increase, and believe me, that doesn't pay the labor, that doesn't pay the fuel, that doesn't pay wear and tear, maintenance, depreciation of equipment. They just don't pay for it. So I'll take that 2% doc. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm just trying to reach our goal, and that's what our goal is the 100% fertilizer. And I know that by not cultivating after sorghum, then you're not going to get your 100% fertilizer. Now, what we will do, just to show you, we'll run a test, and maybe we'll get it, and maybe we won't. I can't sit here and tell you that we definitely will, because I'm saying that we probably should cultivate first, but we'll run a test to find out. Anyway, we're going to let this guy plant or continue fertilizing. We can jump out of the tractor, which I think we will do. And isn't that pretty? 50% fertilized. So, and that's what we were after. So anyway, like I said, the only thing I can tell you is don't cut any trees. That's all I can tell you. So, all right, we're going to let that guy go ahead and fertilize, and I'll get back with you in just a few moments. All right, well, we got the field fertilized, and we've got a planter hooked up. Let's jump out on the field, and we have the first stage of fertilizer, 50%. Now you remember what we talked about a while ago. By all rights, this planter should cultivate the field, apply the second layer of fertilizer to bring it up to 100%, along with seeding it. Excuse me. So we're going to run a test and we're going to find out. All right. All right, I think that's far enough to find out. So let's jump out and let's go back here and find out what it did. There. You see what I'm talking about? In FS19, this would have been 100% fertilizer. But I don't know why it's not. So we're gonna, and you can see that it's cultivating it, it's planting, but it's not putting the fertilizer down. So that's what I was trying to explain to you a while ago. Even though it's a direct drill, and it should cultivate it, put another layer of fertilizer down. Yeah, this is FS22. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So now, here's the thing. If this field was not in a plowed state right now, and let's say we just got through harvesting wheat off of it, we could have come in, mulched the field, and went right back in, because we have the chopped straw mod. After we got done harvesting the field, we'd have had 50% fertilizer right then. Then we could have come in with this planter and planted it, and it would have brought it up to 100%. Yeah, I know. Doesn't make any sense to me either. But anyway, I will buy a cultivator and I'll get back with you. All right, we're going to cultivate this corner here, and then we'll get the planter back in here, and you will see that then the planter will bring it up to 100% fertilizer. And I think we're probably going to be stuck with 95% yield bonus. And why? Because there was no mulching done, which gives you 3% on the yield bonus. And then we don't roll. To me, it's just not cost effective. It's only worth 2% anyway. So, anyway, I do believe that that's what we're going to end up with, is 100% fertilizer and 95% yield bonus on this field. And that's all we can do. The next time we harvest, the next time we do this, then we'll bring that yield bonus up to 98%, because we will do the mulching before we do anything. So anyway, we're going to get this field, this corner right here, we're going to get it cultivated, and I'll get back with you when we run the test with the planter. All right, we are going to run our second test here. This corner has been cultivated, and I turned the guy loose to go ahead and cultivate the rest of the field because I've been down this road before and I know that this is what it's going to take. So let's let that down, turn it on, and let's go up here and plant. And we'll just go on up here to the corner. Because like I said, I've been there and done this before, and no, it doesn't make any sense because this planter is a direct drill. But this is FS22. So let's go back here and see what happens now. And looky there. Now we did get 98% yield bonus. I wasn't expecting that, but we are at 100% fertilized. So you know, if I had to give you any type of advice at all, it would be just merely from experience. That box down there in the right hand corner, whenever you step onto a field, is very important. So whenever you do something in a field, run just a short test like this and get out and see what you have done. That way you don't have all the money and time, labor, all that invested in doing a whole field when you could have done just a little test plot and found out that you wasn't you wasn't where you wanted to be. So anyway, I wasn't expecting the 98% yield bonus, so that makes me happy. I was expecting 95. But yeah, we'll take it. Absolutely. All right, well, I think we'll get this guy started planting this corner, and you know, the guy that's doing the cultivating, we don't want to get this planter over there in his way for sure. So we'll come up here and we'll just get this guy going. Let him start planting. Now what we got to do is make sure he goes the right way down here. And yeah. And then, you know, this is a very nice map. Beautiful, beautiful map. We've got a beautiful house up there, up the road a little ways. But I don't think there's a straight edge on a field on this map. I don't know. But that's okay. You know, we'll work with it. That's real life. So we'll work with it. Now you're going the wrong way. So we'll get him started back the other way. Yes. All right. That's the way we want you to go, just like that. Now I'm running this smaller planter for the small areas. Whenever it comes to doing the big open areas, of course I'll have to have a bigger planter. We'll probably go with that Seahawk toolbar with the Seed Hawk air cart. It is also a direct drill, but we will probably go with that and do the wide open spaces. So anyway, we just want to make sure that this guy here is on his right track. Yeah, okay. You was worrying me there for a minute, but okay. But anyway, I am thrilled that at least I figured out what the fertilizing problem was that we had on the previous video. You know, I guess it's going to make it hard on the people that like to cut trees and log, because logging is supposed to be a thing on this map. There's a lot of people that likes to clear areas out, cut the trees, grind the stumps, and make their own fields in there. You know, myself, I don't care so much about that as I do. I like to kind of straighten my fields out, get the trees out of the way for my helpers turning around. But I guess that's just not, so far, that's not going to be possible on a modded map on FS22. Now, the reason I said a modded map, I didn't have that problem on Elm Creek. Elm Creek was a map from Giants. That's one of the maps that we started with on FS22. I cut trees on there, ground the stumps, made room for my tractors to turn around, and never had that problem on one of those maps, on that map. But your modded maps, I had the same problem on Hastings, North Dakota that I had on this map. Same thing. And but we found out what it is. It is trees, definitely. Can't cut any trees. So I can't say that I'm absolutely happy about the fact that you can't cut trees, but I am happy that we found out why and what caused the problem. Evidently there's a bug in one or more of the trees if you cut them, and it goes throughout the whole map. No field, not just this one, any field will be messed up and you can't fertilize it. So anyway, I hope this information has been helpful. I hope you have enjoyed the content. If you have enjoyed the content, please go down there and give me a like. I sure appreciate it. If you'd like to follow me on this map, hit that subscribe button. Every time I post new content, you'll just get a notification. It doesn't cost you anything, nothing. But I think, as for me, the Dirt Road Farmer, until tomorrow, we'll call this a video. And as always, thank you for watching.